Hello, it's Matty F, baby. We're here with some Rainbow Cup action for you, and today we're talking about that big bad boy Charizard. Is he even that big and bad? He's pretty big and bad. But yeah, let's talk about Charizard versus the Rainbow Cup real quick. You're going to want Fire Spin, Blast Burn, and Dragon Claw. Now Charizard is fire and flying type, which gives it a 2x weakness to rock moves. It gives it a 1x weakness to water and electric moves. Okay, you heard me? Do you hear me? Are you listening? Alright, so we're gonna look at Fire Spin, 3.33 energy per turn. It's pretty good, it's pretty high damaging. Blast Burn is 50 energy cost, and Dragon Claw is 35. That's the optimal moveset that you want. There's no ifs, ands, or no buts about it. Let's look at its defense real quick. 2x resistant to bug moves, 1x resistant to fire, and then 2x resistant to grass, and then it's gonna be 1x resistant to ground, and then for steel, 1x resistant, fighting, 1x resistant, fairy, 1x resistant, because fire Pokemon, well, not for nothing, they're resistant to fairy type moves. Alright, so that's the intro to Charizard. Let's go look at how he does against the meta, against a lot of these good Pokemon. We're going to discuss who his biggest threats are and who he has the biggest advantages against, who his optimal matchups are. So let's get moving and grooving. Let's go. Alright, so you know the deal. I made this. I made it. Alright, so we're going to go over here and we're going to look at just this first graph is just the top 5 Pokemon that Charizard does well against. It doesn't mean that these are the only winning matchups it has. It just means that these are the guys that are the most afraid of Charizard. These are the guys that he's going to wreck the hardest. And so we look at the graph, you can see there's like no winning situation for Fortress, and what that means is if they start together with 0 energy and full HP, there's no shielding scenario where Fortress can defeat Charizard, right? It has Rock Tomb, that is going to be the coverage move for the fire types. It's going to be 2x super effective against Charizard, but Fortress is going to be down just off those fire spins before it has a chance to get that off. So yeah, since it's 2x weak to fire, that's its only weakness to Fortress, it's going to have no shot. Of course, if you sat there and farmed up on something for a long time, and you bring in a Charizard, he has no shields, you could have that Rock Tomb ready to go when that Charizard comes in. So that is a situation where you can win with Fortress v Charizard, but you got to get yourself in a great spot and get into a farming position. So let's look over at Venusaur. So Charizard wins every even HP, even energy shielding scenario except 2 shields for Venusaur and 0 shields for Charizard. So yeah, he's going to have a really good time against Venusaur, and he's going to just wreck his shop real quick. And now let's look at Venomoth, Meganium, and Beedrill. So they all 3 are in the same boat where they can win with 0 to 1 or 0 to 2 shields. They have to have at least a 1 shield advantage to beat the Charizard. Basically, if they're able to get off the Earthquake from Meganium and also shield once or twice on those Blast Burns, then you'll be good. And yeah, so he's going to have optimal matchups against them. Of course, if he comes in without full HP and they have an energy advantage, those kind of situations, like I said, this is all from full HP, 0 energy matchup. So let's go against his biggest threats. So his biggest threats, you really got this for Alligator. For Alligator has a super stupid high score against Charizard because he has that waterfall. So you can see right there, he just straight wrecks the Charizard. He just eats its breakfast, its lunch, and its dinner. You know the drill. Bottom left, we have the Quaggy Boy at a 1 to 0 shield situation where Charizard has 1 shield and Quagsire has 0. They will kill each other simultaneous KO. And then if you look at the 2 to 1 for Charizard or the 2 to 0, those are some situations where Charizard will win, and every other situation Quagsire will beat him. So it is going to resist the Blast Burn, but a lot of these Pokemon resist Blast Burn that have optimal matchups against Charizard, but that doesn't mean that Blast Burn doesn't take a huge chunk of their damage. So don't think you can sit there with like a half health water type and just eat, that every one of them will be able to eat a Blast Burn and survive. That is not always the case. So you're going to have to learn those situations as you battle and see how much it hurts. Let your Pokemon take those hits and see exactly how much it does to your Pokemon. Just like for Alligator, we look over at a Azumarill and it's just going to straight wreck them. Dragon Claw and Blast Burn are both going to be resisted by Azumarill because it's a Fairy and a Water type. So Fairy resisting the Dragon Claw, Water resisting the Fire type. You know the drill. So then let's look over at the Raichu. And Raichu, this is, I tried it with Spark and with Thundershock, and it pretty much gets the same results with both of those moves. Basically the HP is a little bit different that's left over, so Raichu wrecks it in most situations, except basically Charizard needs to be up by like 1 shield. If Charizard is up by like 1 shield, then it's all good, but if it's not up by like at least 1 shield total, then Raichu is just going to wreck it. It gets those Thunder Shocks, and while it charges so fast in a Thunder Shock, it heckin' hurts, man. Looking over here at Blastoise, wrecks. Magcargo, wrecks, because Magcargo with the Rock Throw, that is 2 times super effective to the Charizard, and it wants no part of that, Dewey. You want no part of that. Lantern, this is kind of where I was thinking a Charge Beam Lantern would be better, and maybe it will be better overall. No, that's still hard. Okay, so initially I was thinking, man, I really love Charge Beam on Lantern, and as it gets to those moves a little bit faster, but you can see in this matchup when I was doing Sims that it just performs a lot better with Water Gun, and actually Charizard is going to win a couple situations where the Lantern, if it had Charge Beam, it would win a couple situations where if the Lantern had Water Gun, then Charizard would have like absolutely 0 chance. So you can see the wreckage from Magcargo with the Rock Throws, the Lantern doing that Water Gun damage with the Thunderbolt. This is going to really hurt, and then it's really tanky as well. And then the Blastoise, it's just sitting over there dropping Water Guns and Hydro Cannons like bombs over Baghdad. I'm gonna say that like every video now, like bombs over Baghdad. Hey, alright. And then so we got Omastar over here, and I have Mudshot as the fast move, and then we're also looking at, I did it with the Legacy Rock move, which I believe was the Ancient Power, and then I try like the Rock Throw with the Rock Blast as well, and so yeah, that's it's gonna be wrecking because it's just gonna double resist everything that has the throw over there. Bada boom, bada beep, bo. Alright, before we kick it on over to the battle portion of the video, today's friend code password is going to be scrap-the-doo. So just try to type that out somehow. You spell check, doesn't matter, spelling doesn't matter. Alright, thank you for wanting to be my friend. And sometimes there's going to be 2 passcodes, so be careful if you just see the passcode and say, haha, I can stop watching. I might put a second passcode at the end of some videos. So, alright, so battle portion, we have Quagsire versus Fortress to start. And sorry for going like that and keep looking. There's people staring at me through the window inside and kept distracting me. I was trying to get them to just stop. But anyways, we got Quagsire versus Fortress. They're going to go ahead and eat that first Earthquake right here. I'm not really sure why. Maybe I thought there was an Earthquake coming. I'm not sure why I used the shield there. That was not really very good. And so here right now I'm kind of worried about another charge move coming in, and I'm kind of worried that I'm going to have to use one of my shields to keep Quag up, so that's why I sent the Stone Edge off. So now he has the Rock Tomb coming, and look at that, just like that, that Fortress just took down our Quagsire like it was nothing. I really thought I was going to win that matchup, and I didn't, right? We both used the shield, and I went down first, so way to go. Yeah, thank you, Phil, for wrecking me real quick right there. So right here I make a dumb play, and honestly, no matter what, my Azumarill was not looking to be in the best spot. I was not looking to be in the best spot against a Azumarill. So I have the Charizard and the Meganium. I am able to tank one Ice Beam, so we're going to tank this 1 Ice Beam right here, and then we're able to get to a Frenzy Plant, which is very nice. I don't think I completely killed the Azumarill. I do. Alright, for some reason I thought there was like a hit or 2 left. Anyways, here comes in the Raichu, and I'm really worried that he's just going to take me down with some fast moves and maybe eat 1 Frenzy Plant, and I will not be able to get to a Blast Burn. but I am able to get to a blast burn when I bring the Charizard back in. And yeah, so we do finish that one. Sorry, Phil, we played 3 matches. He won the second one. I went to go stop recording at the end of our second match, and I never pushed record. So he beat me the second match. Here's the third one. Raichu, he go ahead and dips out on that first matchup. He uses Fortress again, and so we led with the Charizard. He led with Fortress 2 times in a row, so we're like, alright, let's try to send the Charizard out, and it was a good call because he went with Fortress, and Fortress does not want to see Charizard. So anyways, he has to switch first. He brings in the Blastoise, so we switch over to the Meganium, and we're going to get a Frenzy Plant on and pop in like it's 1991. Haha, you thought I was going to say 99. You're silly. Alright, so we're over here. We're hoping we can get this Blastoise down before he uses another Hydro Cannon, because we want to be able to use one of our Frenzy Plants. We get the Earthquake off, which, you know, is going to do some good damage. It's not going to completely wreck it, because the Bug resists the ground moves, and the Steel is weak to it, so it comes out neutral. Right here, I don't want my Charizard to have to eat a potential Rock Tomb that'd be coming in. That's why I switched over to the Charizard. I think that was a good call. I probably could have downed it in a hit or two, but I was really worried he would almost have it ready, and he did almost have it ready, so that's why I moved in the Quagsire first, ate that hit with the Quagsire, then I brought my Charizard back in to finish out the Fortress, and then throw down with the Fire Blast. This is my homie Primo. Very good matches with you last night and today. Thank you for the matches and for being my friend. He's a really good battler. So he has a Quillfish to start. Every time I get a Quillfish in game, it's above 1500. I STG. I swear to Arceus. Every time. I cannot get a Quillfish to save my life. He's running a double poison deck right now, and that's going to be no good for us, Ricky Bobby. We got an Earthquake ready to pop off, and because it's Bug and Poison, the Bug resists, and the Poison is weak, so it's neutral damage. Daggone, an Earthquake can knock down a Beedrill, which is good to know when you got Beedrill in, but, you know, if you got a Meganium or Ivy or Venusaur going up against a Beedrill, you know, then none of your moves are gonna be enough to like KO it, and it's gonna be in a really good spot. So anyways, he's got the Fortress coming in now. We're gonna go ahead and get a Frenzy Plant going, hoping that we can get a Shield baited. They might think it's an Earthquake coming in, and we do get 1 Shield baited, so now it's 0 shields to 0 shields. He's got his Fortress. He go ahead and dips out, comes in to hit us with the Aqua Tail, and I did not expect the Aqua Tail to do that much damage. Charizard is he's a little squishy still. He's a little wimpy boy. So anyways, right here, we got like 3 almost dead Pokemon. I'm like, man, it's over for me. So I decided to bring in the Meganium next, hoping that, I was thinking a Charge move would come off, and I just was fortunate enough to be right that he used it on the Meganium, and then I could bring in the Quagsire, who has the better fast move against Fortress than Meganium. That was my thought process there. So I brought in the Meganium first, hoping he would take the Charge move damage, and then I'd be able to finish him off with my fast move damage with my Quagsire. So anyways, we got Meganium versus the Venomoth here. Not a good matchup at all for us. Luckily, we're not weak to the Confusion, but it still hurts. We are weak to all the moves. He probably got Poison Fang and a Bug move on this Venomoth. So yeah, we're going to be weak to all of his Charge moves. We get the Earthquake going. He's going ahead and use all his shields right here. And yeah, we're not looking too hot. We do get a Frenzy Plant off at the very last second. But yeah, that's not going to do any damage at all to Venomoth. We want no part of that. So right here, we bring in our Charizard, get a few hits off real quick, and are able to down it, but then here comes Lantern, and Lantern's just about to sweep the rest of my team. I was having a lot of trouble. I should have brought in the Lantern there first, I think, to tank that first Thunderbolt, and then try to get his Lantern down. I think that would give me a way better time. I am doing a lot better today in battles. Personally, guys, I'm feeling Typhlosion a little more now than Charizard. I just want to get that out during the Charizard video. That Charizard may seem like he's the hottest fire in town, but I'm starting to think that I like Typhlosion better. It's still early on in this cup, so take that with a grain of salt. We're going to be learning together. So yeah, let's learn together. Let me guys know what kind of team comps you are running right now. Your team's of 6 and your lines of 3, because I was having a lot more issues yesterday running team comps, but today I'm doing a little better. But I still like to learn from you guys and also teach you guys. So I'm still learning this meta. We're all still learning it. Please let me know what you're doing, what's working for you, and what's not working for you. that's the battles for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. If you want to help me out, share with a friend. Be like, hey friend, go check this dude out, he's alright. If you want to hook me up and sponsor me for GoFest and for getting my DJ rig one day, think about getting some Maddie merch or going on to the description and maybe hit me up on Patreon or the PayPal, whatever you might want to do. No pressure at all, of course, but thank you guys so much. Y'all take care. Y'all be easy and breezy and beautiful cover girls.